The show is about to start. Places. The show is about to start. You have to show a look, have a look, or give a look. Faces. Beautiful. No one ugly allowed. Are you ready? Here we go. Fashion is the art. Designers are the gods. Models play the part of angels in the dark. Which one of you would ever dare to go against that beauty is a trade and everyone is paid? Fashionista. How do you look? Fashionista. How do you look? New York, London, Paris, Milan, Tokyo. I think it's in Japan. Asia, Malaysia, Las Vegas to play. LA, if you pay my way.
She's got it all. A symbol of excellence. She's got it all. She's got it all. All the elements. A symbol of excellence. Shining, she is so flawless. Incredible illusionist. Miss Gay America. Miss Gay America. The best of the best. She is beauty, she is grace. Perfect in every way. This gay America.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? It's me, Miss Morgan, your reigning Miss Gay Delaware America 2024. I'm so excited for this evening. I have jam-packed amazingness and royalty tonight for the Miss Gay America system. So please, if you're watching now, hit that share button. The more people we bring in, the more people that can fall in love with these reigning royal courts of the America system. We have the Femme division, we have the Mr. division, and we have the Miss division tonight. But before we get into that, let me just tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. This is the kickoff of the Let's Get Down to Excellence Season 2. So last year I did a lot about going through the book of handbook that talks about all the things, the ins and outs of the different categories of how to compete. I also was able to have the honor and the privilege to talk to 7 different former Miss Gay Americas, and I plan on doing that again this year, but I also want to jam pack it with other great talents. I want to also talk to vendors and designers and things like that. So just everything that just makes us tick. But once again, please hit that share button. I want to also talk about the Miss Congeniality this year. Miss Coffee, love her so much. She is the reigning Miss Congeniality 2025 for the Miss Gay America pageant system. It was my honor to pass down a sash and some jewelry set, and I hope that tradition continues on as the years go forward. But like I said, we have so much to talk about tonight. We have 3 fabulous, fierce, amazing royalty of the Miss Gay America system right now. They are present, they are here, and they're ready to join us. So if you have questions tonight, please make sure you hit that the comments, and I'll do my best to make sure we ask them the questions. But without further ado, let's introduce who we have on the panel this evening. So first, they are a little combo action because I just realized and found out that they both live in the same area. Literally, they can cartwheel to each other's houses, which I'm jealous. If you could just cartwheel with crowns on your head all day long, I'm down with that. So we have Christopher Inez Onyx, who is your Mr. Gay America 2024. And we also have now the fabulous Naomi St. James, which is your first Miss Gay America Femme 2025. Hello, how are we doing tonight?
Hi.
Yes, I'm so excited for you both to be here this evening, and I'm sure you had a delicious dinner and cocktails because you live right next to each other. For the show.
Right. That's after this.
Right.
Gotta be
I'm gonna take my flight over to Arizona. I'm so excited, or I'll just get an Airbnb, you know. But without further ado, as well, we also have the reigning Miss Gay America 2025, Miss Ivy Drip. Hello. Welcome. How are things down south in New Orleans?
Good. I had to bust out my parka again today for no reason because the weather can't make up its mind.
I
So
was gonna say.
excited to go to Florida tomorrow and escape it.
Yes. What's in Florida?
Naomi and I are both getting on planes and flying to our official orientations tomorrow.
Oh, all right. So where are we going again? What's the address so I can hit that
Listen,
up? Me and Christopher and I will hit that up together. I'm sure Mike and Rob would love that. But no, the three of you, thank you so much for joining tonight. I think this is such an iconic moment. This is just, it's actually blowing my mind. I'm kind of I may get stuttered on my words a little bit tonight just because just looking at the three of you and just talking about just the amazing accomplishments that you've done this year alone is just incredible. And like I said, tonight is the night that I really want you all to be your authentic selves and just show everyone watching who you are and talk about a little bit more about who you are and what makes you tick, because you're not just a face, you are people that are present in the America system, and it's important for everyone to know that. So why don't we just get into it a little bit, and if everyone could just go around and introduce themselves and just say your title again, and I guess just if it's okay to just throw it at you, a little fun fact about yourself. Is that okay? And since we always let ladies go first, Naomi, is it okay if we start with you?
Oh, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Naomi St. James. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Yay, I love Arizona. Born and raised. I won't die here, I promise. I promise I will not die here. But born and raised, I am your Miss Gay America Femme 2025.
Yeah.
Fun fact about me, I'm a big, huge fan of Judge Judy.
Okay.
I love Judge Judy.
I love that. All right, Christopher.
Hi, everyone. Christopher Inez Onyx, you're Mr. Gay America 2024. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio, but I've lived here in Arizona for going on 19 years now. I moved here right after I graduated high school. And fun fact about me, I am an absolute nerd. I'm obsessed with comics and superheroes, and also, strangely enough, Star Trek is like my go-to. I have seen every single Star Trek series, including all the cartoons.
You know how when you sit and you're trying to figure out what to watch? Well, last night my partner and I, Miss Divinity Cruz, the first alternate to Ivy Drip, we were trying to figure out what to watch last night, and I'm not lying. It was either between, I can't remember what we ended up watching because I was so tired I ended up falling asleep. But it was the Star Trek. We were actually going to get Star Wars and Star Trek. We were trying to figure out which one we wanted to figure out. But I didn't want to dive into it so much because it's just so much to retain that I was like, I'm just going to hold off on that. All right, Miss Ivy.
All right. Hi, Ivy Drip, also known as Dustin Gaspard, coming to you live and in color from Cutoff, Louisiana. Regularly perform in New Orleans, and I'm Miss Gay America 2025. Fun fact, I'm terrified of, the little handheld sparklers that they have at like weddings and things like that. Whenever I was a kid, I caught on fire on my sleeve from holding one, which, funny enough, so my parents thought it was hysterical. I did not find what was so funny about it. And they took a second to put me out.
Are you talking about
like the
4th of
little
July? You light them and they.
Yeah, like 4th of July, little sparklers. You hand it off to a kid and let them go run and have the most fun.
Aren't they supposed to be kid proof? I am
also a child of the 80s, so like that's it's been a day and a time.
Yes. Well, thank you all for once again joining. Fun fact about me: I'm a nurse by day, And I'm Miss Morgan, Miss Gay Delaware America 2024. And I came sixth this year. So that's fifth alternate for the Miss Gay America pageant system. And I'm a nurse by day. But in about 2 months, I'm graduating with my nurse practitioner degree. So I'm really excited for that because it's been
Yes,
a catapult.
Botox. Love it. Botox.
Eh,
Girl, don't even play.
Botox and fillers.
Don't even play. I'll tell you, it's so funny because I'm actually right now I work for the Abington Jefferson Health System, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna kind of get my feet wet being a nurse practitioner there, and then it's med spa for me. It really is a med spa. That's where it's at. And I not only want to do the injections and stuff like that, but I want to do like hormone therapy. I want to do like hair therapy and things like that. Obviously, my biggest dream is with my charity, Nurse Morgan Helps. It works with children. So like being even a part of that children's growth and development as a nurse practitioner will be the peak for me. So I'm really excited to see where that takes me. Thank you. So where do we start? So we went around and talked a little bit about ourselves, but why don't we just kind of bring it back to the America system and just maybe just talk a little bit about how it feels now that the dust has settled down a little bit. Everyone has their crowns. You know what? My first question is this the first time that everyone's kind of in a space together, or have you been in a group together, the three of you?
Not since the pageant. This is the first time the three of us have kind of been in face together.
In a
Since
moment,
yeah.
the virtual space together,
Yes.
which is okay. Good. Check. I'm winning already.
You got us first.
Yes, I love. Well, you know, I'm trying to always leaps and bounds myself. But so why don't we talk about a little bit about what's been going on with each of you since you've been crowned. So Christopher, I kind of want to start with you because what's different about Mr., from my understanding, is that so you're 2024, but when did you get crowned, and then when does the next pageant happen?
Yes, so I was medallionized, as Dex likes to say, in October. So I won Mr. Gay America in October. October 1st, actually, in Dallas, Texas, was where the national competition was. And we are in the process, because I know I've kind of been on the quiet end of things, but we're in the process of some really fun and new developments that I'm excited for. I would say working with Casey and this new batch of promoters that we're getting ready to launch with has been an amazing experience. So I'm super excited for that. But when we launch with all of the new fresh things that we're doing is when we're going to announce the date for nationals. We'll just say that there's going to be plenty of time between now and my step down for folks to qualify to be the next.
So I can't ask. Can I ask you like one? Can we get one thing out of you? So is there prelims? Is there prelims?
Yes, so that is one thing I can say, because I've been working with an amazing slate of promoters, some of them who were our stakeholders last year, which our stakeholders did an amazing job of really working and curating a great set of contestants. All 10 of us, all the 9 boys that I competed against, did not make this an easy competition. They all brought it. So, but the future is the future, and I'm excited to be there and be the face of it.
Very cool. Is it going to be in Arizona?
It is not. I wish. Arizona we have so many amazing theaters out here, and we have just
the weather too.
The weather. we don't get snow here in Phoenix, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Amazing. We just have an amazing community out here.
Fantastic. That's great. That's great. And then, so I guess it would be Ivy who was crowned next, right? So then how's it been going with you, Ivy?
Busy, crazy. It's still all kind of settling in.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that gets more real as the days go on and as we get closer to actually kicking off with it. But every time hearing it still at the bar when they say it out on the mic is still unreal.
Well, I think you've been putting out some amazing promo photos, as well as Naomi and Christopher, of course, always looking handsome, Christopher. but the pictures have been looking great. And can you do me a favor and just talk a little bit about what it does feel like to have your name announced as Miss Gay America? Because I mean, your reaction, I was right next to you when you were announced Miss Gay America, and your reaction was so authentically like surprised, though you put out such a great package. So now that the dust is settling in, what does it feel like? What, like, for other contestants that are still vying for that title, what does it feel like to be announced Miss Gay America?
It still stuns me every time because I've sat and gone back and watched the video, and like I remember it to a certain extent, but it's all such just a blur of a moment.
Yeah.
But it really is like times it's like, okay, like ha 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 ha, this is fun. And then other times it'll like genuinely hit in a moment that somebody says it out loud, and you sit and you turn and you go, oh wow, okay. Like I've revered Miss Americas for so long that to hear my name being called in the line is nuts.
It's cool. It's cool. And then so for Naomi and then you, Ivy, you're both going. This is so basically you start the business side of it coming up when you go down to Florida, correct? That's like when it really starts.
Yeah, we're doing all orientation stuff. So
this stuff, and then you'll get a plan for kind of like a projection of what the year is going to be like.
Well, that started 5 minutes after the crown landed on the head. Like that was an immediate. That's I think what was the biggest shock of all of it was that it was literally hit the ground running.
I believe, and you know what though, I think that you're the three of you, which is amazing. You all three of you are very approachable. We'll say where it's like people draw to you anyway. So then now you're announced these crowns, and it's just the love that you're probably getting from everybody is probably in a good way overwhelming. So it's just exciting. It's just exciting to see the three of you even on the social medias, because I'm just in my daily grind right now, but just seeing everyone doing their things is just amazing. So Naomi, being the first Miss Gay America Femme.
yes,
So first of all, let's talk. I'm just getting into your gown right away. Like that's where we're going right now. There's so many things I want to talk to you about, young lady, but let's just talk about the gown first, because incredible, absolutely incredible. So who made your gown?
of course, Coco Vega.
Coco Vega. Now, were there spikes on your gown?
Yes, they were spikes and they are sharp.
Yes.
They are.
I had to sit on his lap for crowning. I'm like, God, I'm just gonna get stuck with some spikes. But yes, they are the Swarovski crystal spikes.
How? What's the longest length that they were
I
in?
couldn't even tell you. They're probably as long as my fingernail, because I was like, I want them to be this big. That's why I told her I want them to be this big. So
Girl, you sparkled incredibly on that stage. It was amazing. And we'll talk about your leg sweep in a second too, because that was sick. And I know that people probably talk to you about a lot. But for those who are watching who don't, I'd love to talk about it, because it's just something cool that I had the honor of seeing everything go down, as opposed to being backstage and running around. So that was a really cool experience, just to see the whole process of the Femme pageant. But I'll tell you, ma'am, you did your thing, and you were your authentic self, and you would just put yourself out there, and it was really cool to see.
well, also too, I have to give credit to Coco Vega, because literally when I got announced as a contestant, I was in Ohio like the next week. So, and I told her my vision, and she took my vision and she just ran with it. She just said, I got you. This is what I figured. I want to do an homage to old school America, but also put my own little version on it.
Sure.
And she did. She's amazing to work with, and it was spectacular. I think that was the category I was waiting for the most. Like I was like, okay, I'm okay with all the other categories, but gown was the category I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna film myself in this category.
Your talent was just as good. Okay.
Well, I know.
I'm not gonna lie though, Ivy and Christopher, I love you both dearly, but I am fangirling a little bit over Naomi, just because honey, you don't like you gave it your all, but also it's just your presence too. It's just so powerful in a positive
Well, I
way.
don't think people realize that I literally spent a whole year working on my package. Like I knew from day one what I was doing for talent, what I was doing for gown, what I was like. I knew exactly where I was going with it.
Mm.
So I haven't competed in a national pageant since 2015. So I was a little rusty. So I started doing like talent rehearsals in June. So I made sure that I was prepared as I can be going into this national pageant. So that way when I got there, I felt confident and I felt like I just rehearsed everything and everything was fitted every single week because you're working out, you're doing rehearsals, you're losing weight, so I gotta keep trying this gown on. My package was done in September, so it's kind of like having like that secret you want to tell everyone what you're doing, but you have like to wait 5 months
Right.
to tell everyone. But it was a great experience, and I put my all into it that whole year. Like I literally was going to Vegas every other weekend to rehearse with my dancers.
So your dancers were from Vegas. How far
Yes.
is Vegas from Arizona?
It's a 45-minute flight.
Okay.
So,
Close.
yeah.
And then you flew were the dancers other dancers for other contestants or just solely yours?
Me and Prozac, because Prozac's my granddaughter. So
Yes.
we
Oh.
kind of shared the dancers and their talents. So I was very grateful that I actually met them through her. So, and I got to utilize all of their talents. So
Very Prozac is very talented as well. Every time I'm
Mhm.
with her, we get to do the whole America system together. I love that. Like she's one of my girls that every year we've done it together the 3 years. So there's probably a handful now that we've stuck together. So we secretly call each other the Real Housewives of the America system.
I can see
Don't
that.
worry. Don't worry, you'll be getting your invites soon, the three of you.
He's
But,
gonna be the husband.
Mhm.
This is true. We need the husband, but you need the husbands, right?
Yeah. We need the sugar daddy. Why not?
Christopher.
Linda
See,
got
I
it.
claim just Ivy, just so you know, we were waiting for you to come into the chat, but I have to tell you, I do apologize. I did kind of claim Christopher first during the week as my husband. I don't know if
Mhm.
this,
It was prelim night one.
Sharing is caring. It's fine.
I think it was like literally orientation walking around back. I was like, "Hey, are you Mr. Gay America? Perfect. You're my husband. You have no choice." But yeah, no. So Naomi, can you tell us what it's been like since? Like, I've seen some amazing videos of you performing on your social media, and your pictures and all that stuff. But so, what has it been like as now being the first for the Femme division and
Well,
reaction stuff like that?
it's still unreal to me, honestly. Like I knew that I was going to give my all to the pageant, and I'll be completely honest with you. It was like a once and done type of thing for me. Like if I was going to go, give my all, win or lose, it was my last pageant I was ever doing, national pageant.
Okay.
Because I just been out of the game for so long, and I just been living life. So,
Mhm.
but it's been still so surreal for me, and I thought I might have a little bit of some downtime, but as soon as I got home, I've been on that phone. I've been emailing people. I've been working those prelims, getting those prelims sold. It's really been nonstop for the past month. My husband, when I got home, my husband's like, "You're literally on the phone all the time," and I'm like, "It's my job. This is my job. I have to do it."
Yep.
So
That's real.
it's still so real, but I'm grateful and honored to.
Really cool. So, do you have prelims set up yet for the Femme division?
Yeah. So far, I believe I have
There's 7 on the website right now.
website, but I have, yeah, so 7 on the website, but I think I have about 12 or 13 that are in the works.
That's great.
Um,
So 12 or 13 plus the 7 or in
Oh
total?
no, about 12 or 13.
That's
We're
amazing.
still trying to figure out how to keep the MGA Femme division in the same week as Miss Gay America. So we can't grow too big too soon or too fast. So they're still allowing me to get some growth in there. So we are probably thinking about 20 to 30 contestants. So that would be about 10 to 15 prelims. I'm already, I think, about 12 or 13 that I'm kind of talking to. So it's going to be a great year. And I'm still just trying to figure out where these prelims are going to be, because I want everyone to have a chance to compete and get the opportunity to. So,
Well, I'm telling you, I can't wait to see all your looks and your stuff going on for each prelim, because I know you're going to turn it out just like the two, as well as Christopher and Ivy, of course, and myself, of course. What am I?
Yes.
My
Obviously.
prelim's going to be amazing, but so Christopher, I'm going to kind of turn it over to you a little bit, just because I want to get to know a little bit more about the Mr. Division. I feel like for me personally, and so if and I've been a part of the America system for a few years now, I don't know a little bit of the nitty gritties. So for you, was there a prelim for you when you competed in October?
So no, we went through this past year. There was a difference in how the system was set up. So we went to an ambassador and stakeholder program. So what would traditionally have been considered promoters were called stakeholders, who each purchased into the system.
Okay.
And there was an application process. And based on any male contestant, because Mr. Gay America is open to not only cisgendered men, but transgender men as well. Men from all over the country had the opportunity to submit an application. And then each one of the stakeholders, they went through all of those applications and ranked every single application they received. And then all of those numbers from all the stakeholders were compiled, and a top 10 out of those individuals was selected in order to compete. And then we were each assigned a stakeholder within the system.
Okay.
So
I think that's amazing that the Mr. Division not only has cis male, but also trans men in it as well. And that's something that I did not personally know. So thank you for sharing that, because I think that maybe there's some men out there that want to compete and they're into it and they didn't know that they could.
absolutely. Every year since it's been open, we've had at least one contestant who is trans. I'd say the one who's competed the most so far is JC Rios, right there in Arkansas. He has made top 5. He's been an amazing contestant, and really all of our trans masculine brothers who have competed have been an amazing representation and been just as powerhouses as anyone else who comes in and competes.
That's phenomenal. So for you, I saw Naomi's talent as well as Ivy's. Well, I watched Ivy's later on, but with me. So what did you do for your talent?
My talent was from the movie Dreamgirls. I did Step Into the Bad Side.
Okay.
So started off with, if those who are familiar with the movie, I know the Broadway show, but most people are familiar with the movie. So I started off as Jamie Foxx's character, and then came back out, did a costume change, and came back out as Eddie Murphy's character, full on with the dreams and the male dancers, and had 6 other dancers on stage with me to finish it out. And it was a lot of fun.
That's great. So for for instead of gown, you would do a top.
We do red carpet fashion.
Cool. And it's whatever your interpretation is of that.
Yeah, so red carpet fashion, and I did a traditional damask tuxedo, black tuxedo with velvet lapel and all that jazz.
I love it. All right, now that we're warmed up a little bit, why don't we get to know you all a little bit more? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Naomi has a husband, correct?
I do. We've been together for 10 years. We've been married for 5 years. So,
Okay.
yes.
Christopher, are you with somebody or?
Yes, I have a partner. His name's Eddie Broadway. Most people have known him. When I won, I was like, "You're not the only national title in the house anymore," because he's a former Mr. US of A MI and Mr. Trans USA.
Fab. Ivy.
Married, husband is in the other room when my dog just came running at me this way. So
Okay. Well, that's great. And then I have my partner, Miss Gay Marilyn.
I love Divinity.
Yes.
I love her so much.
yeah,
I always say I'm the lucky one, because she is just a phenomenal person, selfless, and just what you see is what you get. That person is who she is. So, yeah. So okay, so we are all taken. So this is going to be a fun party later on. So okay, so I want to kind of get into. All right, so does anyone have a job that's not just as part of the entertainment, like meaning like I am a registered nurse? Does anyone else have? And we'll just say 9 to 5 for lack of better words.
Yes. So we're actually in my office right now. I'm the director of development for Phoenix Pride.
Oh,
That's my
that's
day job.
fantastic. I'm telling you, I have to get to Arizona. There's so much going on there.
Yes.
My husband and I, we own a tattoo shop here in Phoenix called the Snooty Fox Tattoo Parlor. So we've been in business for 8 years. I used to do hair. I was a dental hygienist. I was a real estate agent. I've had lots of jobs in the past, but I'm pretty much a housewife now. So.
Okay, well, hello. Looking good at it. So I do have to ask Naomi. So you are blonde today. Sometimes I see photos with blonde. Sometimes
You gotta mix it up. You gotta give them different looks.
Do you change? So we just pop on something else, or do we actually? Is it your hair?
No, I'm a blonde always. Like I'm always a blonde.
Heard.
But
Okay.
for shows and stuff, I always like to give different looks, and I like to be unpredictable with my looks, so you never know what you're gonna get on stage. Kind of like how my package for the pageant was. It's like no one knew exactly what I was gonna do because I'm so unpredictable.
Wow. I'm still in awe, but we'll just get to that. I'll just call you up later, Naomi. We'll just chat.
Okay.
Ivy, what are you up to in New Orleans?
I am show director at Oz on Bourbon Street, so it is drag full time.
So do like even before Miss Gay America, people would drag queens from different parts of the United States just hit you up for a spot at the
Oz.
So Oz is a very popular. So the people that are watching, Oz is a very popular bar in New Orleans. It's a lot of fun there. I actually got a chance to perform there many years. We'll just say years ago. I was lucky because I was going on a cruise, performing on a cruise, but that was like where the port went out from. So I was able to perform. I thought I was so cute back then. I tried to do a split, but it was like, you know how those half splits that you bend your leg in the back of it.
A good low jazz split, girl. Yeah.
I did my thing. I thought I was so cute. And then when all else fails, you just go in the audience and you take someone's shirt off, which I did in New Orleans because I was like, it's distracting. It's fine. Nobody will know.
It's the least that they've seen that there.
New Orleans is actually my favorite city to go and visit. I have a lot of friends in New Orleans and Louisiana. Actually, when I had talked about, I probably won't die here in Arizona. So my husband and I were planning on moving to Shreveport in a couple of years to kind of retire. So, because we just love Louisiana and I love the Corner Pocket. I don't know if it's still open or what's going on over there. Is it still open? Okay.
It's still there.
We won't talk about that here. But,
I was going to say, is that something we could? I'll look at.
I've never been to Louisiana, so
the Corner Pocket. So if you know, you know, right?
So we have to do a little swapsies. We have to get y'all down here, and then we could go up there. And then I didn't realize that tattoos were an option. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
both of mine,
fully sleeve, full back. Yeah.
I have two tiny little ones, and my Uncle Jeff did both of them.
The second that my bank account agrees with getting more after this rain is done. Yeah.
Well, what'd be kind of really cool is for the three of you to get together in Arizona and do the tattoo, but get the symbol of excellence on yourselves.
Well,
I was like,
Arizona, America,
and I'll just come, and I'll just
Mhm.
come, and I'll just get a big X on my leg. It's fine, no big deal.
Absolutely.
No, but that would be really cool to see that, and you should do like a whole video of that. People would love to see that kind of adventure with the three of you.
I'm down.
So yeah, I love that. So I lost my train of thought because I was trying to think about what was going on with the bar the place that Naomi was talking about in New Orleans, but that's okay.
That's the after. That's the
It's
after hour call.
That's the off-screen conversation.
We love that. If you know, you know, and I love
Mhm.
that. So I guess we could just start steering because, like I said, I just want to get to know. I want people to get to know you a little bit more, as opposed to we could talk about the America system forever and ever and ever. So why don't we, Ivy, start with you, and we'll just go around and just kind of say something that you love to do. Like, what's something aside from performing, and aside from being a great what is it, the entertainment director for Oz? What do you love to do on your off time or your downtime?
Lord, sleep, snuggle with the dog. I'm a plant dad, so I like taking care of my plants and my things and my stuff. But I'm just a little Cajun grandpa whenever I go home.
So you like
It's
to
easy.
just really
I like
unwind.
to separate because it's a matter of like I do drag so much,
Hmm.
and when doing that and having to perform and having to constantly be like on and approachable and out there, it takes a lot of energy from you. On the days that I don't have to do that, I am shut down.
Shut it down. So aside from the plants and hanging out with the dog, is there other things that you do to unwind, like go for a walk or go? Do you like? Is there anything, or go on vacation anywhere? Do you like to go on vacation?
I wish I could tell you that I have had enough time off, but it
get
has
it,
not
yeah.
happened. Yeah,
All right.
because
Well, you
especially
need.
like we pandemicked and then a hurricane came and tried to kill me. So I spent 3 years building my house back up. So we've only been home for about, I want to say it made a year in October or something like that I've
Okay.
actually been back home at the house. So it's still kind of getting back into the groove of that we don't have constantly the sky falling at any moment.
Well, this year, is this like one of the, like, it was just on the news about, you getting snow down there and everything like that. Is that like ever happened before? Because like I said, and I don't want to sound like I'm uneducated when I'm asking you all these questions, the three of you. It's just I'm so honed in on nursing and school and then my charity and
Absolutely.
stuff that sometimes the news is just not my friend. Maybe it's a good thing for me, especially right now. But so does it snow there often? Ever?
No, like that. That is the first time that it has snowed like that. I think they said in 130 years or
Wow.
something like that.
Wow.
And it happened right after I won, and I was like, you see, that's what it is. Y'all messed around and found out, and y'all sent this thing back home with me, and it wasn't supposed to be. So the universe is not imbalanced.
Well, they said when hell froze over, and it froze over, right?
And that's exactly what I said.
Naomi, what did you put in your post today? I'm trying to remember. I was trying to recall. You're like, let's find out.
Oh, I was trying to
Good.
do a whole talk show thing, like is Christopher the dad, or like is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, see,
I
plot
was trying to
twist.
do a
I'm the
Maury episode with Christopher, and then
Yes.
I was trying to do a Dr. Phil episode with Ivy, see if she's mentally stable. Just kind of play
she's
fun,
not.
do some
Do
fun
you
stuff.
do you all talk in like do you have a group chat or anything, or do you like kibitz at all on
We
a
can't tell
regular?
all the secrets all at once.
Yes,
We
I
don't
First
don't-
rule of Fight Club: you don't talk about Fight Club.
It's like,
When am I going to ever get the three of you together? Never. Well, when we go to Arizona, but
Yes.
Definitely have to come here. It's super beautiful to visit, honestly, and definitely come out from Miss Arizona America because it's great weather at that time,
Yes.
and we have amazing food here. The city's beautiful. We got tons of stuff to do. So definitely.
that pageant week, the one thing that I learned, I feel like we're spoiled here in Arizona when it comes to Miss Gay Arizona week, just because we have so many formers. It's almost like a mini pageant. When I was competing and talking to a lot of the different boys, a lot of them had only ever met one or two Miss Gay Americas before in their life. And when I got the list of all the formers who were doing the review show, it's like, okay, here's 20 Miss Gay Americas. When I saw that list, there were only 5 that I had never met before. So it was super awesome to be like, we get that here in Arizona. Typically at Miss Gay Arizona weekend, we have anywhere between 5 and 9 Miss Gay Americas that are here that week.
Fabulous. By the way, I have a special surprise for you. Guess who just walked into the kitchen?
Who?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
They were singing your good praises, so I thought I'd.
Oh, well,
Have you say
thank
hello.
you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Sending all my
Love
love.
you, baby.
It's so good to see you all. How are we feeling?
Good.
Gang.
I know
Good.
that's right. I know
That
that's right. Yeah. Well, let me
Amazing.
see, Mazel. Keep up the great work.
He didn't even get. You know what? How is he not going to give me a kiss or anything before he leaves?
Oh.
Go away,
Aw.
go away. I'm just kidding. I was kidding, but not kidding. So yeah, so you're all going to be busy very, very soon. So definitely take this time to like enjoy for a minute too, right? Because like I said, well, Christopher, you're already hitting the ground running. You've already done your orientation. You've done that, and then the other two are just really doing your thing. So I got sidetracked because George, I'm back. I'm back now. So Ivy, you like to hang out with your plants and water them and your dog. So Naomi, what do you like to do on your downtime?
I'll be completely. I'm a total homebody. I love being home with my dogs and my husband. I love cooking, so I usually cook about 4 nights out of the week. Um, but I just honestly, I just love being home. I'm not really big on like vacations.
Mhm.
My husband and I, we went to Cabo over the summer and we absolutely hated it and we came home early just because we just like to be home. We're just homebodies. Um, and that's pretty much it. I drive my little mile in my little circle once a day to get my shake and work out and tan and stuff like that, and I'm home. That's it.
So when you create your looks,
Yes.
do you outsource your costumes and your looks, or do you make
Yeah.
anything yourself?
So I have my son Wes. I told him I was going to keep him super busy this year, but he did my presentation costume for me. And he does a lot of my performance costumes as well. I have more promo pictures coming out. I did 4 different looks for my promos, so I have more coming out soon. He did another gown look for me that I'm really excited to share. But yeah, so he takes my vision and I say, here's some fabric, go do it. So
I need to get one of those. I'm like sitting here today trying to like make a costume, and it's like hard because you think you have the right shape and then you put it on everything so tight you can't even put it on, and then
yeah,
you have
I
to sort of
so to save my life. I keep my son's mortgage paid, car payment paid. I buy, he stays pretty busy with me because
Yeah.
I like to have some stuff. So
yes, and always look good. Christopher, what do you like to do?
So I'm the exact opposite. I love to travel. I love being away from home. I'm not a homebody, which is weird because I've kind of turned into one lately. But music festivals, especially, are my zhuzh. I've already got my tickets for EDC, which I will be coming back early from this year because Miss Gay Arizona is also EDC weekend. But I have Coachella scheduled in there, but it's those little pockets of time to get away because I really love music. I listen to music like most people watch television. So music festivals are always fun, and being able to travel and experience new things and see new places. So far, Puerto Vallarta has been one of my favorite places to get away to and visit and just relax and enjoy.
So do we talk about Puerto Vallarta like we talk about Naomi's place that she likes in New Orleans, or do we?
Puerto Vallarta, we could talk about Puerto Vallarta all the time. The last time I was there was for Pride, and it was wonderful. Like they shut that city down. It is wild. It's crazy, but it was so much fun.
I went to Puerto Vallarta once. It was like it was a cruise stop, and what was cool about it is like you were there at like 10 off the boat, and then you don't have to be back until like midnight or something like that. So you had like a whole night to do things, right? And of course I did the sightseeing and stuff and the tequila tasting and all that fun stuff. But then we went to what is it called? Splash, I think it is.
I think so. I think that's
it's like where the guys are showering and stuff like that. What's that?
I said it was a blur. I was there for a week, and yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll just say if whomever's watching goes to Puerto Vallarta, you have to see everything to experience the whole experience as a fabulous gay man, or whomever else wants to go there too. So, but yeah, no, that's fun. I like to travel too. I'm a cruise kind of guy these days, just because it's like you get to see little bits of everything, but then you have your like own little box. I like that because it's like my safe haven. So it's kind of like I get to be the homebody, but then also the traveler at the same time. So,
I love that.
What's that?
So I love that. That's even when we were in PV, we went to, because we were there for a week and we were staying in a condo. I went to the grocery store and 2 out of the 5, 6 nights that we were there, I made dinner for everyone and cooked and like did the whole thing, went to the carniceria and got meats that I marinated for a couple days and like grilled it up. So that is one thing in common. I do love to cook as well.
I did pick. You were my husband first. Remember that.
Yes.
Well, I cooked for my husband, so I cooked for him.
I live. So I really want to, because I could start pulling some other topics, but I want to kind of keep it to the hour because I know your time is important as well. So I would love everyone to just go around and maybe if there's something else that you just want the viewers to hear about you, or if there's something important a message that you want to give, I would love for you to do that now, if that's okay. Not to put you on the spot or anything, but I just want to make sure that anything that you want as part of this podcast, this is your moment that I want it to be expressed. Ivy, can I put you on the spot and pick you first? Only because you beat me, and that's why you get to go first.
What happened to ladies first? Damn.
I'm changing it up a little bit.
No, I'm excited to actually get out and start traveling and seeing everyone and anyone and everyone that's ever even like dreamed or entertained the idea of coming to the America system or trying to figure it out. Please send me a message. Come and play. Come and watch a prelim. Reach out to somebody that you know that's competed before. But we have a monstrous amount of preliminaries coming up. So by all means, if you want an opportunity to come out, I'm gonna be in them streets. Come find me.
So are you going to kind of do your job as a are you going to be able to still manage your job and then do Miss Gay America as well? You're just going to.
I'm glorified scheduling, girl. We just got to make sure we keep calendars and
okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're out of town and I'm down in New Orleans, I'll just pop right in. It's no big deal.
That's it. Perfect.
That
was my one main thing I told the kids. I was like, y'all need to be ready to start working because mama's going to be gone for a little while.
So your backup dancers for your talent, was that a lot of your friends and performers down in New Orleans? Because I know a couple of the performers because I had performed when I was down there. I had met them. So, and I think there was even like a brunch there that we were doing together too.
Yes, there was. I missed that brunch. Ooh, baby, I missed that brunch.
Did you do that brunch?
Yeah, I was the host for that brunch, girl.
Were you the OG? Were you one of the OGs?
Yeah.
I performed with you.
I was the host at the brunch that you performed at.
I performed with.
Look at that. You don't even remember me. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? Talk to everybody else that did that brunch when we were at America. Couldn't remember that it was me that was on the microphone.
Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you again. I'll tell you it was a huge venue.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Insane. That was insane. That's so fun. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway,
yeah, I missed that.
As I'm talking about, like, I was down there on a cruise. You were literally there.
Like, yeah, I literally hosted you while you were there.
That's too cute.
I'm in school. I'm a nurse. And I'm just kidding. So, and then just a heads up, I'm going to probably ask everybody what the excellence means to them as well. So when I circle back around, I won't put you on the spot just yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'll consider it of you.
I mean, I put you on the spot for that one, so I appreciate that. Christopher, how about you? Is there anything that you want to share or?
Yeah, I have two things. So first off, being definitely similar to Ivy, like I mentioned earlier, we are going to be doing prelims. So if you are interested, please reach out to me. I've had some really awesome conversations with gentlemen all across the country, and with the preliminaries that we have so far, I'm at the point pretty much where there will be a preliminary almost in every area of the country. So no one's going to be left out or having to travel halfway across the country in order to have the opportunity to compete. So I'm super excited about that. But also right now here in Arizona, I 2 years ago, I was the co-chair for Arizona AIDS Walk, and this year I've put together a team as Mr. Gay America to raise money for an amazing organization here called Aunt Rita's Foundation. They are our premier HIV and AIDS organization here in the state of Arizona, and they work with 11 different partner agencies to work with individuals who are HIV negative to make sure that they have the resources to remain that way, but also those who are HIV positive to make sure that they have the resources to live long, happy, healthy, thriving lives, because we do have all the tools necessary right now in order to make that happen. So I do have a goal of $5,000 that I am trying to raise right now, and all on my socials is more information about if someone would like to join the team and fundraise on their own, or even if they would just like to make a donation towards that.
Is there a Venmo?
I do have a Venmo. If folks want to send me money through Venmo, and just make sure they put it in the comments. But my Venmo is at KIO-LANDEN. So at KIO-Landon.
Let's see, did I get it? Is that
Yes,
you right there?
that is correct.
Cute. I'll just leave that up there for a second, if that's okay. And then may you please just say the name of what the organization is that you.
Yes. So the organization that hosts and puts together AIDS Walk every year here in Arizona, it's called Aunt Rita's Foundation.
Aunt Rita's. Okay, that's absolutely fabulous. In Philadelphia this weekend, we're doing. It's been many years, as many years as I've been doing drag. It's called Code Red, and Cherry Pop. They put together 501c3, and once a year they do this huge event that all the performers, drag kings, drag queens, burlesque, everyone, singers, they get together. And I think the list is at like 32 performers now. And it's huge every year. Thousands of dollars is raised for AIDS awareness. So it's just important, because it's still present. It's things that are going on. So I think that it's amazing that people are still, we'll just say, fighting the fight. I think it's very important. So definitely hit that Venmo and give some love for Aunt Rita's. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm horrible. I remembered it. Yes. Okay. I'm not Ivy, it's so good to see you again.
So nice to meet you. Was it Morgan?
Morgan. Yeah, just that's so funny. And then Miss Naomi.
Well, first off, I want to let everyone know that I'm probably the most approachable person you can ever approach. I know some people get a little intimidated. I don't know if it's the Botox or the fillers, or maybe the surgeon removed my tear ducts. I don't know what happened, but people seem to be a little scared to approach me, you would say. But I'm probably the most approachable person you can come talk to. And I don't think people realize that, before I actually got the opportunity to run for Miss Gay America Femme, I've actually been imperative in helping others achieve their dream of being Miss Gay America for like the past 15 years. So if anyone ever needs any advice or any help or anything, I'm always here. My phone is always paid and it's on. But I'm always here to help all the girls out. I've always been that one that's always been in the wings, cheering for people and helping people achieve their dreams. So to be able to actually achieve my dream and get to travel the country as Miss Gay America Femme is truly a blessing. But I mean, we have an amazing prelims coming out for Miss Gay America Femme. Some amazing promoters, the excitement about it. I've gotten so many heavy hitters reach out to me about competing next year. So that's going to be super exciting. And I'm just excited to be here with Chris and Ivy and do our thing and represent a symbol of excellence.
It's just fierce to just. I didn't know how to identify the three of you, like as far as like the royal court. I don't know, like, is there like a buzzword like circling around for the three of you as far as like the squad, because this is the first.
No, I haven't heard one yet.
We're going to work on it. It's not the squad, and it's not the squad. Let's just
no.
I kind of want to throw a curveball at everybody just because we do have a few more minutes, but I just was kind of thinking it'd be fun. So we've all heard of RuPaul's Drag Race, and when they do the oh my gosh, I'm just drawing a blank right now. Where they when they do impersonations, the Snatch Game.
Game.
It kind of, Naomi, you kind of like inspired me because I'm just kind of curious who you would pick, but I want to hear what everyone who you think you can impersonate.
Okay, well, who would you think I would impersonate? And I'll tell you if you're correct.
Well, all I think of is your Jessica Rabbit. I can't even go past. I can't. Well, I know that I just know you do other looks. Is where I was kind of going with that, and then I was just curious.
You know, honestly, one of my favorite talents I ever did was I did My Illusion of Dolly Parton after Miss Phoenix Pride.
Yep, I remember that one.
I got the nails. I can play the the music with my nails. But I think Dolly Parton would be fun. But I think I would do it to where I have like my chest grows gradually bigger as the game goes.
So you're literally just
I'm never gonna be on RuPaul. Who cares? I mean, I'm never gonna be on RuPaul.
Everything. I'm
And by the end of the contest, my head's so, my boobs are so big you can't even see my head. I think that'd be hilarious.
That is hilarious. Did you see that there was a performer who, like, I guess their hands are the boobs, and then their arms are fake, and they kind of just like dance with the boobs for Dolly Parton?
God.
No, I didn't see that one. No. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
I don't know either.
Well, no, this was like a TikTok reel or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Okay.
It was a reel.
I saw one where her arms were the feathers, or something like that, and the
I've seen
hands
something
are
like that
fake.
too. I've seen something like
I
that too.
didn't see that boob one, but that's hilarious though.
So, all right, Dolly, I love that. Christopher, who would you impersonate?
So the impersonation I've actually gotten an award for that I do all the time is Lil Nas X. But I would have to sit and really think about how to make him funny, because he's more dorky than funny, but that's also me. I'm more dorky than actually, like, the things that people laugh at that I say, I was like, that wasn't meant to be funny, guys. But I'm glad. And then when I try to be funny, everybody's like, oh, that's cute.
Couldn't that be funny on top of being funny? Like,
yes.
it's a double
So
funny.
yeah, probably Lil Nas X in there somewhere.
Have you ever dressed in drag or dressed up?
I have. I actually won a fundraiser competition that I'm stepping down from on Saturday. So my female drag name is Ariana Stevens.
Yes. Oh my God. All right, Ariana Stevens. That was my next question. So that was my excitedness from
She
that.
spilled her fantasy, I tell you what. I mean, she spills it.
Every time I'm like, this is why I don't do this.
Well, it's also hot there. Is it hot in Arizona too? So if you're performing, it gets warm.
Yeah,
In the summertime, it gets hot.
Well,
yeah.
today the high was 78.
Okay. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Which is why I'm going to take off right now.
Yeah, it's tank top and everything. I love it. Or the cutoff shirt. I love it. Ivy, who would you do?
Megan Mullally as Karen Walker from Will and Grace.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. I could see that too.
I could totally
Because
see
then
it.
at that point, you could literally say whatever and just make it like borderline homophobic, and it's fine.
And then you're in. And then just drink a martini and you'll be even better.
Martini, shaker of pills, just
Even.
call RuPaul everything that you can under the sun other than RuPaul.
Have you ever tried out for RuPaul?
White.
Twice. And then
But
I've never tried out.
Back when I first started doing drag and had no business auditioning for RuPaul's Drag Race at all. Like,
Was that when we performed together?
yeah, back then.
I'm letting that one go. I'm gonna let it go. Now.
Oh.
It's done.
That's it.
It's
But
done.
no, and like I sent an audition tape the year that I stopped working for Disney and started doing drag, and I've gone back and looked at it and I'm like, oh, friend, no, just no.
So that was a nice little. So you worked for Disney.
Mhm.
What
I
were
used to
you?
be
Please say you were.
and Prince Charming and Lumiere and yeah. I was a dwarf. That was of anything that I've had the most fun doing. It was having to be those dwarves for Snow White.
That's
So she was all the gay
incredible.
characters.
I, very nice, girl. It's me in Peter Pan flying over the kids. Just
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
incredible. That's a
exciting.
podcast in itself. Being we're talking about the Disney experience of being a character.
Well, and I got it from both ends because I worked in the parks at first, and then I started touring for 3 years for them. And the touring was when it started getting like insane.
That's incredible. What an experience. So did you live, was Disney, so you lived in Florida then?
Yeah, I was in Orlando for 2 years, I want to say, and then lived on a bus for 3, and traveled like everywhere. The only places I didn't get to go were Alaska, Hawaii, and Montana. So if I can make things work out this year, I'm going to Alaska. I could
You
try
are?
and make Hawaii work, and then Montana is a toss-up. But then
Is
I'll
that
have
a
hit.
ta- Is there talks for Hawaii?
I am personally working on Hawaii.
If you get
So,
Hawaii, let me know. I'll compete out there.
yeah, just make the sacrifice. I know it would be so terrible to take the week.
It would be horrible. It would be horrible to get away for a minute.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I'm working on getting Hawaii to happen. So
That's
that is
So are you a Disney fan? Like, meaning what reason why I say that is like, meaning like, is there any inspirations? Because with your talent, it was a little bit darker. It was like you know what I mean? It was, what is it? The Swamp Witch? I don't want to offend you, but not, I watched it. I definitely watched it, but I didn't get the full scoop. So did you ever do inspirations for Disney?
yeah. So the last time that I did America, I had done Cruella that year, and that was a fun talent. But
I did, yeah.
like Disney made me into the drag queen that I am. Like they're the best drag queen training that you could possibly have. They teach you stage presence. Like they are a matter of you need to look like you are breathing the words when you are lip syncing them. So oh no, it's not chair, it's cha. So you need to move your mouth the other way. Rewind, do it again. So like they drilled me into being a good drag queen, honestly.
So interesting.
And that's
should
the
have done
closest
that in
I've
my
ever felt to being a rock star in my life. There's something like flying out as Peter Pan in Madison Square Garden, like the wildest thing that I have ever done in my life.
The more you say, the more intrigued I am. Like, it's incredible. So you
So
were
cool.
Peter Pan. You were the
Yeah, like flying,
Hey.
backflipping, the whole nonsense.
You should start posting recaps of like back when.
I'm gonna go find the video and I'm gonna send it to you when this is done.
I can't. Oh, please do. That would be incredible. Well, I like I said, I could probably chat with y'all forever, but I don't want to keep you longer than the hour or so. But I would love if everyone would go around and just kind of say what excellence means to them, because at the end of the day, we are all here under the Miss Gay America system, and we're all passionate about it. The people that are watching us on the screen, as well as new contestants, returning contestants, formers, promoters, for all the 3 divisions. So, and I find that excellence means something different to everyone. And that's why, and one day I will sit down and I'll watch my videos and I'll write down what everyone had said, because I just think it's so cool to see what it means to everyone. So is there anyone that would like to go first? Because I feel like I've put everybody on the spot.
Please count first. Whose medallion lies first?
Yes,
That's
Queen.
fine. I'll go first. For me, excellence is someone who's able to uplift but fully be their most authentic self, and not something that they think that they have to put on. It's not something that you switch on in a moment or able to come in and out of it. Being excellent is something that you live, breathe. It is everything that exudes from you as you interact with the rest of the world.
Thank you. Who
And
wants
to
to?
piggyback off it, that's what I was gonna say. Like to me, it's a state of being, and it's how you kind of approach other people and situations that you're put into. Like being kind to someone doesn't cost you anything, and uplifting the people around you doesn't dim your light any. And being able to actually like practice that, not just kind of believe it in your head and like kind of conceptualize it here and there. It's actually going out and doing it.
I love it. Naomi.
I mean, I agree with both of them. I mean, for me, I will say this: the Miss Gay America system really helped me in a dark time. You know, when I transitioned, I knew my dream of being Miss Gay America was not going to be an option for me anymore, but I didn't know that my family would not accept me for transitioning. And so that symbol of excellence really helped me. It was kind of like a beacon of hope a little bit. And my Miss Gay America, Arizona America family really helped me find the excellence in myself. So now that I'm happy with myself and I have love for myself, I just want to allude that to everyone else in the community and give back everything that they've given me. So that's, to me, that's what excellence means. It just means that whatever life throws at you, you just throw it right back at life and just live your best life and help other people live their best life. And if they're down on themselves, help find excellence inside them and help them see the greatness within.
That's incredible. And we'll talk about that more when we're all getting tattoos together too.
I know.
Thank you so much for spending the hour with me, and just, you know, not only you're all living your dream as the Rainings of all the divisions, but you're helping me with my dream of continuing on with my podcast, Let's Get Down to Excellence. So I thank you greatly for doing this for me. And I wish you all nothing but the best this year, as well as years to come, with all the great things you're going to do and the things you're going to get out of this and the things you've done and achieved in the past. So like I said, there's not much more I can say, but this was awesome just to get a minute to chat with you. And I can't wait to just chat with you more throughout the year. So thank you again so much.
You're very
Thank you so
welcome.
much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what we'll do is we'll just have you, Christopher and Naomi, why don't you just say goodbye real quick together, and then I'll bid you adieu.
Okay.
Goodbye. See you across the country
Yes. Goodbye,
Yes.
everyone. Have a good evening.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Jealous.
But thank you again so much. I really appreciate your time.
Bye.
All right, Miss Ivy Drip, same for you as well. I just want you to say goodbye to everybody, and thank you again so much for spending time with me, and I can't wait to see you soon. I know that I'm going to try and get down there and see you with Divinity, so.
Please do. And I was going to say, go squeeze that beautiful human being for me whenever you get off of here.
Oh, I will be. But thank you again.
Yes, thank you. And thanks, America. It's been fun hanging out.
All right, love. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, baby.
All right, bye, honey.
All right. Good night.
What an incredible evening of excellence. I just cannot believe how kind and nice and amazing the three human beings are that were on the screen tonight. I am so thankful that they had the time for us this evening, and I can't wait to see what else Let's Get Down to Excellence has in store for you all. I'm excited to announce that I have Charity Case on my net, who is a former Miss Gay America, and I'm going to have her next month. I believe it's the third Thursday. I don't know the date off my top of my head, but I will make sure we have those flyers out for you coming soon. Thank you again so much for tuning in tonight. I am Morgan, the Queen So Nicely Named Her Thrice, as well as your reigning Miss Gay Delaware America 2024, and I can't wait to see you all soon.